Now we're back at my house because yes, we got kicked off yet again. Right at the ending of the Greenman's bride and his wild woman that are getting together. So basically, this sacred union. These partners are deeply in love and very devoted to one another, and they definitely are kindred spirits. They have a new kind of family that they're going to create, and it's based on honoring their equality because they're a partnership. They're physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally at the same place, at the same level, and that's why they're not young. They've lived and they've grown into this place where they are, and now they're coming together. That's why it's a twin flame relationship, because twin flames don't come together until they've worked through their old, all past karma and worked through their stuff. Ooh, we're getting a wish blowing by. I'm gonna make it right now. I can't show it to you because I'll have to move the camera. Anyway, so that's it for the I was gonna say the fairy lovers, but for the Greenman and his bride. And now we're gonna go to the next deck, and this deck is, let's see, how am I gonna do this? Lily's come out. Hi, Lil. Hi, Mama Lil. We're gonna be doing healing with the fairies, which is nice. We seem to be. I'm surrounded by fairies right now. Here's my little fairy garden that my daughter made for me. Garden. And we're into the garden now and out of the water, so it got crazy out there, like crazy. People were getting like, it's definitely drunk time, it's party time, and I don't really fit into that. I just don't, so it was definitely time for me to come home, so Spirit knew that. Anyway, so the first card that we're going to be getting is, I'm going to let you go, I'm going to have you go this way. Hi, Lily, want to say hi? We can do cat totem. Cat totem is balance, boundaries, respecting, and keeping your own boundaries and others as well. It talks about agility. It talks about mysticism. They know when to relax, right? They know when to take some chill time. They're independent. They are, what is it with cats? Cats, I'm a cat person. I love cats. She's my twin flames soul cat, Lily. She's pretty amazing. All right, the first message that we're getting is kick up your heels. And you see this unicorn, and it's definitely kicking up the heels. I don't know if you guys saw it earlier today. I think I posted it on my page. Oh, you know what? I might have not posted it on Angel's Whisper page, but I posted it on my personal page, and there was a pool. And these people had their kids blow up pool in the yard, and their horse got into the pool. And it was the coolest thing. He was acting like a little kid playing in the water for the first time. So you see this horse. Horse represents freedom, forward movement, strength. But this is a unicorn, which represents magic. And kicking up its heels, and there's a waterfall, and there's a rainbow. I want to be here. This is like an amazing place. So Spirit is saying to us, it's time for you to kick up your heels. It's time, there's something to celebrate. And it's time to do it now, is what they're saying. Your soul is longing for an exciting adventure. So we've already seen that we're about to go on one, right? We saw the girl going into the woods. And so that's what they're saying. And they're saying it's time for you to kick up your heels and do some dancing. Sometimes, we don't do that. We put it off. And I work all the time, and I literally have to get kicked out of my house by Spirit. I literally, in my own readings, I will go for a walk, get outside. I have to do something. And I've recognized that it's time for me to go. I'm going to Sedona on Wednesday. I'm so excited. Going to stay up with my buddy Rye and meet up with some other friends there and go on some amazing hikes. And that's my adventure. So they're saying sometimes, we procrastinate and we don't do this. And we get so stuck on work, and making money. And, as I said earlier, money isn't where it's all at. Things aren't what make you happy. So it's time for you to get out and get a new, fresh perspective, and just rekindle old friendships, which is I'm going to do. Going to go see some friends. I've been isolated. I'm not around anybody here, so I'm going to go see my friends in Sedona. And it's just for the sheer joy of entertaining yourself. That's what they want you to do. And so there's an importance, importance of singing and dancing and playing. Playing is the way we manifest, because when we're relaxed, we're able to bring our manifestation forward. When we're stressed and we're working on it, we're thinking about it, we don't connect properly. Our brains don't commute what we're getting from Spirit, and we kind of are like, we're in a grind, that's where I've been for quite a while. So what Spirit wants to affirm is, I am a spiritual, playful person. I love to I love to have fun. I'm fun to be with. I create ways to celebrate with my friends. So that's what Spirit is saying for our first message. Lily's going to come out. And then the next message that we have is this one. New opportunity. So we see this fairy here, and this looks like a castle, doesn't it? It looks like a castle to me, and there's like cosmos up above her. She's kind of like rising up above, and it's saying, beware, there's a huge new opportunity about to present itself to you, and they're telling you that it's safe. Spirit is shining down on it. Remember, you are a spirit creature. You're not doing this alone, right? You're connected. So they're saying, be prepared. It's safe for you to trust and enter into this new realm. We're going into a new realm, like the fairy. Remember the first fairy into the woods? She wasn't quite sure where she's going. So they're saying a momentous opportunity might be presented to you. It might be in the form of a new business proposal. It might be a new idea that comes, or an investment opportunity. It could come in the form of a loss even. That you're going to be gaining something more suitable for you. You might feel intimidated or not, you're not qualified to move forward, but they're basically telling you that Spirit is saying you are qualified. It wouldn't have come to you if you weren't. The opportunities don't present themselves to you unless you are capable of doing what you're being offered. And you know how it's funny when they say it might come to you as a loss. Remember when I left California, it was like other people would have thought you lost everything, right? I lost my home. I walked away from a 5-bedroom home with a pool and a gated community, my cars, my dogs, remember everything. And I had nothing. So it looks like a loss, but look what I gained. So maybe you might have to leave something behind, but what you're going to gain is going to be huge, huge. This opportunity is going to be momentous and amazing for you. And you're going to soon believe in the trustworthiness of this gift. You're going to understand, and you're going to know that you deserve heaven's help, just like I had when I went to Wisconsin. At first I was scared, but it was very clear that I wasn't doing it on my own. So another affirmation for you: I notice and I celebrate the new opportunities that are now in my life. So that's your message there. Okay, and I'm dropping all of my stuff all over the ground yet again. So visualization is the next card, and you see this girl, and she's in the water. She's a fairy, but she's a mermaid fairy, which I think is super cool because I am also a mermaid fairy. I grew up in the forest, but I'm from the sea, from Atlantis. So she's sitting there in nature, which is where we should visualize mostly, and she's visualizing what is coming. When you're out in nature, that's where we connect to our higher selves and to spirit. I used to do it wasn't easy for me when I first began to do meditations. I couldn't meditate. I couldn't just sit there. My brain was like, it would never shut up. It was constantly going, constantly trying to figure things out. So I would have to go on walking meditations, and I would have to go outside to clear my head. Now I'm able to meditate inside, but that's what you do, visualizing outside. So basically it's saying, they're also saying that your clairvoyant gifts and your dreams are showing you what is coming. They're actually pictures in I'm going to have you look out instead of look at me. Let's walk around out here. Let's go outside. Lily's outside. She knows where it's at. I should be paying attention to my cat. Hi, Lil. We're going to come out here. Hi, Lil. Hi. Hi. Say hi to everyone. Lily rarely talks. She doesn't speak very much. So it's kind of neat to have her come up and be friendly. Hi, babe. Okay, so let's look around because we might have some more animal totems that show up. So with this visualization, basically what they're saying is the pictures in your mind's eye are becoming clearer, and they're very powerful, and you're going to be able to create with this. And they're telling you to trust and develop these visual skills. I had the most amazing dreams today. It was actually today, because I went to bed and I had a dream. I went to bed with a purpose. I was speaking to Spirit and to my twin, and I was asking questions. And then I went to bed and I said, bring it to me. And I got a dream, and then I woke up to write it down, and then I was just told go back. And I kind of just started to rest. And it wasn't really a deep sleep. It was more just like a deep meditation. And the visualizations that came, and the clarity and the answers and oh my goodness, I can't even tell you. Some of it was prophetic. Other parts of it was deeply spiritual and symbolic, but amazing. And I was working with the dreams, which is what they're asking us to do, which was really cool. So once you realize that you've got the power to be able to do this, you can use this tool to manifest. So I saw what I want to have happen, and it's coming. Oh, look who's here. Hi. That's my spirit cat. Hi, Chubby Tucker. Hi. Everyone's happy to be outside today. Love that. Okay, so basically what they're saying now is you're being asked to sit quietly on a daily basis and visualize yourself living in a healthy, happy, abundant, meaningful way. Visualize only what you desire, and you want to avoid thinking about or visualizing what you don't want to desire, because what we think about, we bring about, right? When I went out onto the lake to do my weekly reading, right before I closed my phone down, I got a voice message from one of my coaching clients, and she's having a difficult time, and she says, you know, I need some help right now. I'm not doing well. I'm actually feeling good, but the person I'm with is really bringing me down. And I said, you know what? Just tell yourself right now, I'm a spirit creature, I'm an adult, I'm responsible for my own happiness, I'm not responsible for anyone else's happiness, I'm going to be pleasant and enjoy myself, I'm not going to carry anybody else's stuff, whatever is theirs to carry, and I'm going to leave it at that. And I said, I'm about to do my reading, so I can't speak to you. I said, but hold that thought. Hold what you want to visualize and speak about what you want to bring about. Don't focus or even dwell or repeat even what's going on. And a lot of times people will say, well, that's not what's happening. This is happening. Okay, that's fine. But you don't have to repeat it. Don't repeat it. Even say inside your head. I said to her, just say all is well. All is well. All is well. So that's what they want us to do. And we have, you know, powerful visualization skills. All of us do, even if we're not aware of them. And if you think, no, I'm not, then say to yourself, yes,